What's up, bud? It's Rob. This is Apparel Success. And if you don't know who I am, I run a Canadian clothing company called K-Bud that's doing well into the six figures in sales. So I help clothing brands like yours get really good results. And what I want to share with you in this video here are the best performing creatives that I've used inside of my Facebook ads recently. And all of these creatives are really going to probably shock you in terms of the ones that are getting the best results. And I really hope that this video inspires you to create some amazing creatives for your own ads when you're advertising for your clothing brand online that perform really well for you. So let's do it. Apparel Success is sponsored by my buds over at Design Crowd. And if designs are something that you need help with, I recommend that you give them a shot. These are some of the best selling designs on my website, and I got them all made through Design Crowd. If you're interested, head over to designcrowd.com/apparel to learn about the special offer that I have for you, or simply use the discount code APPAREL when you post a project on Design Crowd. All right, so something really funny that I've noticed amongst new clothing brands is that a lot of them believe that the more effort you put into your photo shoots for your content on social media or your content inside of your Facebook ads or TikTok ads, the more production value that you put into it, the better results that you're gonna get. And a really interesting phenomenon that I found running my own clothing brand is that that's actually not true. Most of the best performing posts that I've ever had on social media and the best performing ads that I've used have been some of the most raw content, the most simple content, and the content that I created spending the least amount of time on it. Now, obviously, you want content that looks good still. So it's not like you're just literally throwing together like the worst possible content that you can and it's performing amazing. But I've actually found that the more raw the content is that I'm creating and the more that it looks like it's just a behind the scenes vibe that they're seeing, the better that those ads have performed by far for me. So I wanna show you examples of some of these ads that I've used for my own clothing brand and some of the content that I put out on social media that did so well that you would just never expect to perform well as the clothing brand owner thinking about content creation, because I think that this will really put into perspective for you the types of things that people really want and what it is that they're looking for, just so that you don't get carried off in trying to, buy $1,000 cameras and things to create content when you really don't need to. All right, so by far the best performing ad for my clothing brand in the past 6 months has been this picture that I took with my iPhone of the stickers for my clothing brand, literally in 4 piles, just sitting on a wooden table. Okay, so I literally just put the stickers on the table, just like the way that you can see them right now, and I just snapped a picture with my iPhone. And the reason why I decided to do this was because, for my clothing brand, it can be kind of hard to understand exactly what my brand's all about based on the name itself. Because if you don't put it into context, it can just be kind of confusing. So I thought, well, all of my designs, some of my best designs, are in these stickers here. And if all of these Canadians that I'm putting my ads in front of can see the different sayings that are inside of the designs for my clothing brand, maybe that will hook them, maybe it'll get them tagging their friends, maybe it'll just get them interested in the whole brand concept as a whole, and that will get them to the website. And then when they're on the website, they can find these same designs on t-shirts, on hoodies, and on hats, okay? And that's basically exactly what happened. So the reason why I believe that this ad performed really well is because the concept of my brand is put into context and it's connecting with people through the sayings that they're seeing on the designs. So they're seeing the just giver, friggin' rights, way she goes, all of this stuff, and they're saying, wow, those are the things that I say. Oh my God, my friend says that all the time. My friends talk like this all the time. This is perfect for my friends. And then they start tagging their friends in it. They start sharing it with their friends. And it really takes the ad that you've created and it puts it into almost a viral place where it starts to really work for you beyond just your ad budget that you've spent on it. But the most important thing that I want you to note here is just how raw of an image this is. This was not professionally taken. This picture took literally 3 seconds for me to put together. And the concept of the picture alone, the rawness of the picture alone, it just kind of looks rustic and it just kind of looks casual. Like the brand's not trying too hard, but it's still sick. The designs look good and it's still something that will really resonate with people. That's kind of the vibe that builds that trust. We look like a real brand. We look like we're just really trying to connect with our exact target audience, and that's performed really well for us. So I've really been following this trend lately It's my personal philosophy that, in 2021, the way that social media is going, the walls are coming down with most businesses, and people really want to see what you're truly about, who your brand really is. And I think that this type of content inside of your ads, inside of your TikTok videos, inside of your Instagram posts, is really the type of thing that people are going to resonate with, because it's going to come across as extremely, extremely authentic. So I'll show you a few more ads here that have performed really well for my clothing brand, and just take note of how raw they are. And it's literally just hoodies on a table, hoodies folded up. I mean, I spent a lot of time really folding these nicely so that you could see the designs on them. But beyond that, these pictures were literally just taken with my iPhone in natural light, and that's all that I had to do. And a lot of these ads here have return on ad spends on Facebook of like 3 or 4, right? So you'd think that if you spent a lot of time taking these professional photos that they'll perform better. Sometimes posts just like this do extremely well inside of your Facebook ads. And then, to really boost the performance of your ads, on top of this tip that I just gave you to go really raw with the style of your ads, when you add an offer on top of that, so when I had a hoodie sale and I put all the hoodies on sale for 20 or 25% off, that's when you start to get your return on ad spend up to like 7 or 8, right? You get like a 7x return or an 8x return, because people are really resonating with the rawness of the ad. They're really seeing that you're a real company. They're loving the design that they're seeing on the clothing. And then on top of that, when there's a limited time offer and you're adding scarcity to the ad itself, and they can get a special deal if they act now, that's really going to add a healthy amount of pressure onto the people who are coming across your ads to really have to check out right now if they do enjoy what they're seeing. I really urge you to try out this sort of raw style for your own clothing brand, because I think that they'll perform really well for you and it'll kind of shock you. And another great resource for you, if you haven't checked it out already, is if you want to see the ads that basically any brand's running at any given point in time, just for inspiration for your own brand, you can go to facebook.com/ads/library. And if you type in the clothing brand's name, you can see the ads that any clothing brand's running at any given time, just for inspiration, to see the types of things that you can create for your own brand. And I just really hope that this helps you run more effective ads for your own clothing brand. And if you got a lot of value out of this video, please hit the like button for me and let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. If you haven't already, check out my free clothing brand marketing masterclass. All you have to do to get access is go to apparelsuccess.com/masterclass, and you can watch the whole thing for free. And if you've made it to this point in the video, I want to tell you about the closed Facebook group that we have for Apparel Success. There's a link in the description. Follow that link, join us in the group, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.